Hello, I am Father Ignacio, the founder of Faith Fitness Ministry, and today I would like to share with all of you the time when I was inspired to start this young adults ministry, Faith Fitness Ministry. So when I was a young priest at St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Church here in Dallas, I was having a very rough time during one of those weeks, and so I decided to go to a bar here in Uptown. And so I went to the bar, and as I was at the bar, I started drinking my beer, and then out of nowhere this young bartender asked me, "What religion are you?" And I said, "I am Catholic." And I will tell you, I was not wearing my clerics or anything that will identify me as a priest, but I just said I am Catholic. And then he said, "Well, I used to be Catholic." And I was like, wow, and that opened up for a great conversation. So I asked him, "So what happened? Why did you leave the Catholic faith?" And he said, "Well, I grew up Catholic, I went to Catholic schools, but it wasn't until I was in college when some of my professors started asking me about my Catholic faith, for instance, about the Old Testament and the New Testament and the dogmas that we have in the church, and I didn't know the answer. So I thought to myself that maybe the Catholic Church was not the right religion for me." So he left the Catholic faith. And so I asked him, I said, what happened? Like, tell me about, like, what were those questions that you didn't know the answer? So he started sharing with me the questions, and I tried to answer those questions as much as I could. And then at the end, I answered all the questions. He said, "Well, now everything makes perfect sense." And he's like, "What church do you go?" And I said, "I go to St. Thomas Aquinas here in Dallas." And he's like, "Can you write down the address so I can check it out?" And I'm like, "Yes, I will be happy." So I wrote down the address on a receipt that somebody left. And he's like, "Oh, I will try to make it." And I was like, "Yes, and for sure you are gonna see me there." And so that was a fruitful conversation. That was a great moment of grace to talk with this young bartender. And also it opened up my mind, and it was an eye-opening for my ministry, because I am like, how many other young adults are here in Dallas in the same shoes as this young bartender, that they grew up Catholic, they went to Catholic schools, perhaps they even went to a Catholic college, but then they are not practicing their Catholic faith anymore. So I was like, "Ignacio, you gotta do something." And I was like, "Well, what should I do?" So I started thinking and praying to God, what should I do? And so I came up with the idea of Faith Fitness Ministry to reach out to young adults here in Dallas by hosting events in breweries and giving spiritual talks and offering confessions, and just bringing the Catholic young adult community together to experience the love of God and the mercy of God in their lives. I am very grateful to God, and I'm grateful to the young adults who have been able to be part of this beautiful Catholic community here in Dallas.